Alright, so Mike's unmuted now, so if you can hear me, make some noise, I guess. Here we go, it's pipe mania time. We're gonna pipe the fuck out of these pipes. Thank you very much. How you doing, mate? How you been? How's everything? There's no notice on this game to tell me. It's also surprisingly louder than Resident Evil. There was no notice that we had reached the main menu, and the game only told me to press start when I decided. Television options, sound settings. Side. Mate, I understand feeling knackered. Yesterday I felt a little bit done in. I think yesterday was a little bit. Do you want to save the changes to the memory card and so on? Yeah, why not? So I'm playing this game because I've been playing Bioshock again recently, and I was really enjoying the hacking mechanic. So I was like, well, let's just play that as a full game then. Let's spend our evening doing that. It's promised me on the back of the disc, it said, ever fancied being a hero? Well, now's your chance. Save the pipe planet from the surging slime. Tooled up with spanner and pipe, your task is to piece together a pipeline that directs the relentless flow of flues down the plug hole. It will take all your strategic skills and pipe fitting prowess to keep one step ahead of the incessant seeping sewage. Exactly, full on. That was my plan. I was like, well, whatever, let's just start. So we're just going to play this for 2 hours, and I don't care. This is what we're doing. I've wanted to play this game for a while. Used to have it on a demo. Survive until the plug hole appears. Excellent. I've had no... Okay, so this is, I guess, the tutorial level. It's teaching me how to play the game. So strap in, everyone. This is a Gloopin, boys. Yeah, it used to exist on the... I think PlayStation Magazine had a demo of it. I'm not sure. I don't know why I've become so obsessed with them. Were you in the chat a little while back when old Jamesy boy was saying about he's debating doing a... He was like, oh, you should play a load of old PlayStation demos. I have managed to order some. So we have got some PlayStation demos coming in the post, so I'm not sure if we'll do like an evening where we play through them, see what's different, see what's changed. A couple more people have dropped in. Thanks for doing that. I appreciate it. You are welcome to do that. Hang on. All right, it's kicked off now. Is that right? Yeah. There you go. Excellent. Yeah, well, we've got them then. We've got... I'm going to play through them. I'm not sure quite how it's done, how we'll do it, but it's a stack of them. So I imagine the games we all know and love, we will play half hour of in the demo and be like, oh, it's weird that item was in one place. Captivating story, this game said. Bonus coins, collect the coins for extra points. All right, let's do it. We want gold, right? No. I'm not going to get my bonus points, so greed has got the better of me. Still time. So yeah, I imagine like when you played. Oh, mate. Wow, you can't just have... We're going for silver. I got distracted talking about the PlayStation demos. We're doing all right here. This is fun. I'll be honest. I think I prefer the Bioshock hacking, but what do you do? We're in for the long haul now. I've committed to it. But yeah, I quite like the idea of doing sort of some days where we're just sort of playing something that on paper at least seems sort of like it could be relaxing. I need to call a bit. There we go. Yeah. Problem is the game hasn't told me what. Oh, there you go. Yeah. What was in the GTA demo? I can't remember what was in the Spyro one. Was a decent little chunk around. I remember the Abe one was a oh God, it's not even letting me leave until I do this. Sorry, everyone. Yeah, the GTA. Yeah, I remember the Spyro demo having a lot on it. The Abe one was good as well. The Abe gave you the entire first level, which was loads. Like, it's nice the way that worked as a little sandbox, because I didn't realise until I played through the game a few years later that the game doesn't even teach you to shoot the sligs. The game doesn't even tell you can possess them until you reach the temples. So there's loads of here we go. Now we're cooking gas. Oh, okay, there's like a time limit between that. I can't like just go bang, 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 bang. I have to wait until the other one's been laid before I can move on to the next. I'm learning so much about pipes. All these gold. Oh, my greed got the better of me. Shocking form. This guy's enthusiastic about the whole thing, though. That's nice. Nice to have someone supportive in your corner, isn't it? Oh, poor guy. I got his hopes up that I'd finally figured out the way of the pipe, so I need to get it. Right, here we go. That will do. Hello! How we doing, mate? Alright? Catastrophic environmental disaster in Hawaii. Oh, would it have been the Vice City one? Would that have been the one that gave you the load of decent stuff? Nice. I was talking in the chat the other day about how Crash Bash, Crash Bash, they accidentally released the entire game on a demo disc. They didn't. They basically just blocked it with the code. So anyone that had that disc, if you cracked it, you would end up with the whole game, which I think is quite a cool little bit of trivia. What's happening in Coronation Street, guys? What's the happening in the soaps? What are they doing because of the virus stuff as well? Is Coronation Street carrying on? I know the EastEnders stopped for a bit. No Publicum stopped, which is obviously the main one. So the Archers is doing something quite good as well. The Archers is switching to monologues, I think. Come on. Oh, come on. We're doing alright here. I think the trick is to plan your route with the pieces you've got coming up, so you're laying them. But I think what I quite like about the Bioshock one is you're swapping them, which feels a lot more fun than sort of just blowing up the ones you don't need. I like that even this game has taught me nothing though. Like, you know, sort of old. We were talking about sort of older games being quite like cruel on you. There we go. Nice. That's amazing. That's one thing I do. I've really sort of enjoyed with streaming is it means you will get things like people telling you incredible stuff like that. That's amazing. I mean, was a bottle out of choice? Were there no toilets available, or was that just was it that type of gig? Okay, so we can play 2 different levels. We've got Amazon Zone and Fiesta Zone. Again, captivating storyline. 18 continents with each with 3 levels to save from the evil flus. Each continent hosts its own characters and hazards. Power-ups to keep you going when the flowing gets tough. Increasing difficulty and captivating storyline will keep you playing for hours. So there you go. It seems cruel that they wouldn't let you leave the room. That seems like a unnecessary thing for Granada Studios to do. You think they'd be a little bit nicer to the people that are coming along to... This track's pretty good though. Play it in the club like this all night. I don't like the way that the ones time out though. That feels a little bit like, come on guys, I put all this effort into putting this pipe thing together. You taking it from me. The anyone that cares about this sort of thing, this game was called Pipe Dreams in America, like Mania in the UK and Europe. So we UK's in Europe. Come on. I have it going on the floor. This, you know, this is quite deep environmental stuff happening here. I would care about collecting the coins more if I got told what they were used for. Like the... Come on. Oh mate, come on. So we're kicking off now. Here we go. There you go, easy peasy. Sit down in the room and the manager was there. Sorry, I'm just catching up with the chat. Sorry, I was stupidly like, I've chosen a game, which means I have to look at stuff for a bit. So you're like, no, I went into totally good index. My mate was playing Laser Quest at these 2 years ago to shoot, which was the toilet. Wow, that's amazing. So was the laser tag part of the event? Was that collect the stars to make the plug of hole bit? Cool. That's incredible. I don't have a very exciting TV studio story. I saw Shooting Stars live, and that was just good. That's my TV studio story. So did you see Gladiators? Was Gladiators? Did you see Gladiators live? Surely that's an incredible thing to tell us all about. How did they shoot it? Was Wolf there? What was happening in your gig as well that meant everyone was doing different stuff? What was the sort of shot consistency? What was going on in the video? Also, that's a nice humble brag, mate, of telling us you were in a music video. So, well done. Nice. There's definitely a specific genre of Laser Quest music, isn't there? There's definitely like a type people are into. Oh, mate, I've got to get all the way back around there. So I've set myself a path. That path. It's the path to victory. Here we go. I need that. That there. That there. And I need something to connect my boys around here. There we go. Pipes ahoy, lads. Pipes ahoy. Right, I'll finish this and then I'll see what stories of gladiators or Laser Quest you've got for me. Mate, that's cool. That's really nice. That's really interesting. Oh, no, it's gonna... There we go. That's how you do it. I'm smashing it. I'm probably the best person at Mania in the world. If anyone wants to... Oh, cool, cool. Oh, yeah, we were chatting the other day, weren't we, about Thundercat and stuff as well. You shared that amazing video of him rapping about his cat, which was incredible. It's good. Yeah, and also as well, Laser Quest is good fun. I do enjoy a bit of laser tag. I like to pretend I'm like Judge Dredd when I play it. I like to pretend I'm going around like dealing with perps in. That's how I like to role play it. I think if you just run around scoring points, it's not all that fun. But you've got to pretend you're like a space bounty hunter or something. You've got to give yourself something to add to the fun of Laser Quest. Of course, that is just my advice. You do you. You can play Laser Quest however you like. I'm not your whatever. Oh, mate. Pick it up, Carl. Come on, you lose some points over it. Points mean prizes. They don't. I haven't been taught what these coins pay for. The game hasn't really given me a whole load to go on, to be honest. But we'll take what we can. It's nice and relaxing, isn't it? Sort out these pipes. A little bit of. Did someone see Matthew Matis's video where he was talking about Tetris and one of the other games? Where he was talking about like he reckons most video games is like creating order from chaos or chaos from order. And I think this would be this would fall into that category of creating order from chaos. Oh, mate, that's not the way. This might be all over, guys. This might be first life lost outside of a bonus level. We're gonna have to go all the way around there now, right around the dingle. This is what I get for being cocky. This is what I get for like declaring in the whole. Declaring online that I'm the best at this game in the entire world. I stand by it because I'm not a coward. Tell all those punks down at the local arcade that I'm the best at Mania. Tell them I sent you and I'm looking for a fight. This is where some like speedrunner will come out of the undergrowth and will tell me I'm in trouble. Yeah, like, I think laser tag's all right. I'm a defender of it. The town I went to uni in, they ended up with. It's weird that this game. I wonder where it comes from because you've got triangle as cancel and circle as confirm, but circle's more of a Japanese confirm, isn't it? Which, if you think about the PlayStation in general, it's sort of that makes sense because X normally means no or to cross. Yeah, MGS confirm, isn't it? It's a Metal Gear Solid rule set. Yeah, I think that might be. So long as that's not on my epitaph, Carl Denham, not the world's greatest hacker, I'll take it. I'd like some. See, this is me thinking with a 2020 loot box mentality. As my brain's like, I've got these coins. I wish I could like buy them for like whatever reason. It's not what we want. So I think what the game wants us to do is to make like a really long, weird, wacky path first. Learn to plumb in a small space. No, all right. Oh, what the game wants you to do is the opposite of what you've just described. Yeah, now we're plumbing. Which is the title of my whatever Edinburgh show, maybe something. It's the title of something. So did we get to the bottom of if Ian had actually seen Gladiators live? Did we get to the end of that story? I want to know. I want to know about Gladiators. Bad move. I can see the message out of the corner of my eye, but I'm filled with hypertension. Go on, what we got going on? Right, that needs fixing. Why don't you guys warn me in the chat? Look at this problem we got over here. There we go. Don't worry about it, guys. Anytime I'll sort it out. Best at this game in the entire world. Best at pipes. It's not a problem. So I'm already going, mate. Oh, mate, yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, Gladiators and Supermarket Sweep, mate. What an incredible 2-bit of TV. What's everyone's favorite game show of now? We don't really get them in the same way, I guess. We don't. I like the one where Warwick Davis just tells everyone all the films he was in. That's a good one. Like whenever there's like film trivia, it's just like I was in that. I was in that. I was in that. Great. I mean, they said characters, but they're little more than sort of. I mean, that vulture's not really a character, is it? Did you say that's a vulture? It's a cactus, isn't it? It's in the desert. I'd say it's a vulture. Catchphrase is a good one. Do you remember the old, what are they called? When they'd show, like, they'd have, like, a weird-looking, like, Flash game or something on, people would phone in and they'd have to play a Flash game. And they'd just be like, left, right, left, go left, up, down. And then maybe they won, like, a DVD player or a video or something. Remember that? Is that a thing? What was that called? What? I'd be curious if anyone has that like knowledge of what that is. Like if anyone, I can't remember what those games were, but they'd be like you have to move left or right to drop like I don't know bananas or something. wonder if you could build this game practically. It'd be quite good fun. Probably have to have it sloped. But that'd be a good early 2000s board game, that. Yeah, it would have been like It's the Aardvark era where people would have phoned up. Oh, yeah, they did play with their keypads as well. Yeah, you'd hear them smashing there. Right, I need you. And you. Done. Game Master's good. If any of you follow Will Stone on here, he was talking about Game Master the other day. Yeah, he was talking about Game Master stuff. But I tell you what, though, you say about that, like stuff that wouldn't translate to this era and stuff. But the host of Game Master, sorry, that's what I was saying about Will Stone. The host of he was telling me the host of Game Master Twitch stream stuff. But I don't know what those things are. But yeah, he said. I can't remember what he said he Twitch streams, but he does, he Twitch streams. So if you want to watch host of Game Master do some stuff, they are on here somewhere. It's one of those things where I got told and I was like, oh yeah, I'll check it out, and then I just didn't. But I will. And I'll report back to you. Report back from the pipe dimension. All my newfound knowledge. Oh, should have planned that in advance. Right, you'll go in there. You can go there. Okay, so the plan is I think we're going to go across and down. Everyone's happy with my pipe decision. We need to hurry up here. Flow is getting out of control. Yeah, the trick I think is not to blow up anywhere possible because you end up with that happening. So you need to continue to put your pipes in. If you blow them up, it's slower. You can't build while one's exploding. So I think that's where the tech is coming from in this, is it wants me to... Oh, hurry up. Oh, you cruel game. Oh, this might be first game over, boys. Restart again. I'll just say I'm reading the chat. Hang on. Sorry, guys. I couldn't see what was going on there. I was too busy reading the chat game. Oh. Yeah, no, there you go. I mean, I'm not saying Dara O'Brien ripped you off, but Comedy World does have a history of TV execs coming in and borrowing from what people are doing on a lower level. So, I'm not saying that's what happened there, but you know, some runner might have found it. Yeah, I was talking the other day of when you had to phone up with video game guides as well. I've got a video game guide somewhere from for Final Fantasy IX, and on the back of that it's got a disc. It's got like a premium phone number that you phone up for gaming tips. But I would love to hear from someone that used to work at one of those, because I would wonder what their method would be, like whether, like what would you do, because it would have been pre sort of everything was on the internet time, so that they would have just had either game books or networks or something where, probably like that bloke in Quiz, that wizard. I'd recommend Quiz, by the way, if you're into decent TV. It was good fun. If you've not seen it already, you might have done. It's wrong for me to assume what television you're watching and what television you're on. Right, out. Right, I've done a classic bit of Carl gaming here, where what I should have done is just listen to what they said at the start of the game instead of being like, what? And then there's... okay, we've got... Solution has presented itself. Thanks everyone screaming in that. War Stories is a very good channel. I really like War Stories. The Abe one's really good, and the Crash one as well. If you're interested in sort of games design stuff as well, I'd say the Slay the Spire one's really good as well, because they just basically just talk about why playtesting's good and why having a games design community is good, and it's really good. I really like the Slay the Spire one. Has anyone played Slay the Spire? It's on the list of ones you can vote for. I might play it at some point because I'm really curious about it. It just sounds great. Alright, come on. There we go. Who's Julia Hardy? I don't think I know Julia Hardy. War Stories is it's a YouTube channel where they interview different games designers, and they talk about different problems they've had in the development and things like that. It was really good. It's a good little channel. Oh mate, yeah, those phone-in game things were absolute jib. I just wonder what they'd be doing. Like, would they be running through? There we go. A little bit of jazz funk for you all. I'm glad that compass is there. In case we get lost and need to know what way's north. What do you reckon, boys? Let's vote. Ice Zone, Space City Zone, or Aquarius Zone. We're going to one. Yeah, the Crash Bandicoot one's really good. They just talk about nicking stuff from the PlayStation. Rainbow, let's do it. Come on, happy Pride, everyone. It's not Pride Month, is it? When's Pride, Meg? Pride Month? It's not. It's Happy Pride for us here, so... What I'm just supposed to keep it here until they open, I guess. It's like waiting for a gig venue to open, isn't it? It's just like, oh, what do I do? Stand around. There we are. Hope the NHS gives that flag back afterwards. And they can just nick it, do they? Obviously, it's sad that I have to specify that I am obviously joking there. The internet, innit? Don't want to get cancelled for my edgy give the flag back to Pride improv material. That would be no good. Oh, I need to click that star over there. I mean, can any of you really even see that gloop? Because I am struggling. Barely see it. It's like a really dark green to say, hey, Unmentionable's here. That's cool. How you been? How's your week been? I'm sorry we finished Resident Evil the other day. We just sort of completely... Yeah, I didn't realise how little of the game I had left. Sorry. What shouldn't be 3D, sorry? Are you talking about this, or...? Oh no. Made a mess, Carl. Tidy it up. We are absolutely... I thought we were doing okay. We're not, but we're doing alright over here. Oh, well, you don't have to you don't have to watch a pre-record of it, but thank you very much. I think I did all right for the last bit of it. Like, I think at that point of the game, I've definitely learned to play it. 'Cause I think sort of finished it with quite a decent amount of ammo and stuff, which I was, you know, not proud of. That's a little bit too much, but I was quite happy with myself. Happy with myself. I was you know, they're all about conserving your ammo and stuff like that. So it's nice to feel like you did all right there. It turns out I did get the bad ending though. You know the bit when Barry was like, "Do you wanna go ahead?" And I was like, "No." Turns out if you say yes, he doesn't die. So I killed him. My own negligence and my own unwillingness to yeah, to do that, which is a little bit bad, but. What's a Frey Bentos? Is that like a Bentos box, or is that... Yeah, we're doing alright, here we go. Oh, that thing is ages away. Oh, you can speed it up if you press triangle. I shouldn't do that though, I've not got a planned route, hang on. Oh, Oh. Do you remember when I sped it up and then just wrecked everything for everyone? There we go. It's alright, I fixed it, don't worry, it's fine. I thought it'd be nice and relaxing, but I didn't realise the amount of pressure I'd have with yeah, because I've been playing Bioshock. I thought it was just gonna go and then you're in trouble. So I thought it was just gonna make that noise and then it'd be over. But, oh well. Still doing okay. Well, yeah, go on. What's everyone having for tea? Order the pipes. Come on, I need a turny one. Bit of trivia for everyone. Do you all know the Tetris pieces have names? Have you seen that? There's a Tetris booklet that has all the names of all the Tetris pieces. Here we go. Oh, this is not. Sorry, I can see the chat, and I keep on looking like I'm going to drop in. I don't think I'm gonna stream a game that has so many long gaps where I can't look at when I can't look away. I feel like I've hindered myself in my ability to sort of be involved, and will that just loop around forever? Like, oh. Yeah, it will. Oh dear. Right, sorry. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I've just made that close circle. It didn't do it, but sorry, I'm just dropping in and finding out about what the Skittles sour ice creams. Oh. Oh mate, what? Blackjack ice creams as well. I think I'm gonna have to pop to Iceland. I think they deliver it. They don't deliver, do they, Iceland? Yeah, a teaspoon. It's weird. They've all got pieces that you would imagine the Tetris pieces are called, like they're like left L, right L, whatever. And then all of a sudden they're called like, I think the big one's called, the square one is called Smash Boy. So like all the rest of them are fairly normal names. Well, some of them might be like oddly regional specific as well. Like there might be like one of the L shapes might be called something like a Tetris L or something like a Texas L, something. I can't remember, but yeah, one of them's definitely called Smash Boy. I think it's the big square one. Big square's Smash Boy. Good name for Yeah, it must get rid of it when it makes a closed loop. It must immediately get rid of it. That's a bit of a shame. I thought that would have been quite a fun. I want to go across there, but I think it's a bit of a risky. It's a bit of a risky one, isn't it? What's it going to do if I do that? What do you reckon? Oh, we're not playing well today. Oh yeah, I was gonna I was gonna see if I could find a GIF of that for the wait screen for this, but then I just forgot. Sorry, are we talking about Iceland the country or Iceland the place where Kerry Katona works? Iceland, the food country. I mean, I'm lost now. Yeah. The chat. Oh, I've done it again. Right. I'm last time, and away we go. Yeah. I mean, yeah. You had to pay. I remember paying for screeners. Maybe Iceland's international then. Maybe they. Sean Sellers, who's a comedian I really like, I saw him do a bit where he's telling me they eat puffins in Iceland. So, if anyone's ever wanted to eat a puffin, Iceland is the place to go. I'm not sure if I would, to be honest. I hope they're quite good at them. Maybe I'll try one, I don't know. We got vegetarian, pescatarians, vegan in the chat, in which case maybe we won't do yeah, I think I think Wales I know I keep on doing that, thinking I've got it fine and then not checking. There's that fermented fin, isn't there, where they eat like fermented I'm very much sort of each to their own with that sort of thing. I'd probably try it and then go, oh yeah, it tasted like fish that had gone off. Who'd have thought? I think the differences between what animals we eat and what animals we don't is sort of each different cultures, different stuff. I think it's it seems a bit of a weird debate to be like, well, they're not smart, so I won't eat them. Well, they are smart, so I won't eat them. That's sort of a bit of a strange. I don't know. Don't make me wrestle with the ethics of my food consumption. Let me just file these pipes away. It's my fault for having intelligent people in the chat, I guess. You brought this on yourselves, this philosophy talk. What's the rancid shark like? What's that taste like? What's the word rancid sounds like you're telling me the opinion and we are playing this on a PlayStation 1. I sort of basically just wanted to after playing Bioshock I was like, oh, I want to play the hacking game some more, so here we are. I think we're doing okay. Yeah, I thought maybe sort of like every other Wednesday, within reason, like I've got something on 2 Wednesdays time, so I will be doing that. But next Wednesday we're doing comedians doing playing the Penguin RPG again. And it will work this time. So I've fixed the problem. Basically, while it was OBS was taking from while it was because the Roll20, obviously I'm using bandwidth and stuff to do that as well. It was basically slowing everything down to like a snail's pace. But that did mean that does mean that we will be able to play that and do that. So, sorry, I've got distracted by these things that I've not said anything of value there at all. Basically, it was being too sort of slow and laggy, and that was caused by the bandwidthy stuff, and that has since been fixed by just lowering the frame rate and stuff. So and quality a little bit, so it worked fine for the second half. So we're going to do that again. Do it. Yeah, do it. Let's Dino Crisis is it's one people have been voting for. So yeah, Dino Crisis is definitely up there, guys. Yeah. So I think Wednesday evening. Sorry, I've got I went way off track there. Oh, you sneaky little sneakies. Look at these little sneakies. These little stars. Funny business. Got no time for that while I'm trying to deal with this slime. So I think what I might do is sort of spare-ish Wednesdays. I might play something late. Well, assuming that this game's caused me a bit more stress than I thought. Something quite sort of chilled and laid back. And then we'll play... and then we'll come back. And then sort of during the week then we'll play something a little bit longer. So we're doing Abe, which should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to doing that. We're going to get all 99 Mudokons, or so help me God. So that should be good. And then we're coming to... Oh, don't tell me I have to get it. It can't just be on it. That is eye on impossible game. I'm not doing that. We're going to be... Oh no, it's not. I just need to approach it from that angle. Right. That was very me there to moan that the game was broken and then realised I just needed to solve a puzzle. Yeah, because we've got the closed loop again here, so I don't get what the... Right, come on, come back. Come on. Yeah, alright. Oh, each time I collect it. Okay, it's working itself out. So yeah, so we're going to do Abe, and we're going to get all 99 Mudokons because that's what they deserve, and I like them. So we're going to save them because, you know, they're Mudokons, aren't they? And they're nice, and we want them to live. So we're going to do that. And then, yeah, these Wednesday evenings, I think, play something sort of a little bit relaxed, a little bit laid back. I really want to play... Dust Force, if anyone's familiar with Dust Force. Dust Force is really cool. You're like it's cleaning up leaves. It's sort of like a nice, very sort of chill, man. It's very like a laid back sort. Well, it gets intense, but it's a very sort of quite nice, relaxed platformer. Ape Escape. I've never played Ape Escape, and I've always wanted to. I've always wanted to play Ape Escape. Mate, that's a gem. That's a gem, that is. Hold on to that. I think a lot of those old PlayStation games are sort of now the era of now that generation are adults now. I think they're the type of things where people will have people with disposable income will want them. So they are the type of thing that can start to fetch a couple of quid. I'm not sure how much I paid for this, actually. Thinking about it. Solid. Oh, yeah, it was, wasn't it? Ape Escape, yeah. Congratulations. Please enter my name. Let's start with CMP and then we'll start putting stupid names in. So that's my first death, only 48 minutes into it, so we've done quite good here. Not too bad, 7th. Thank you very much. Some of those LucasArts stuff as well. I'll tell you what, I could stand to play a lot of those again. Or some of the ones, obviously I didn't, but some of those old LucasArts games. Oh boy, there's some good stuff there. Let's do Space City Zone. Yeah, there's some really good stuff in there. Those, yeah, Day of the Tentacle. Their HD, not their HD thing. Their remake of that's really good as well. Where it flicks. You can alternate between pixel art and classic. Friend at work. What the hell is going on here? A friend at work got me. A friend at work got me the Indiana Jones City of Lost Atlantis because it was like it was like £2 or something. But yeah, apparently that's really good as well. You can that's supposed to be just a good point and click game, and I've never played it, so that's quite cool. But point and click games normally consist of me just wandering around, just getting furious that I don't know what to put with each item. Debated streaming Charlotte Gore's games as well. They're like Starefall, I think. Starefall Institute. They do very good, sort of quite short, like we could blast through them in a couple of hours. Point and click adventure games with a very good sort of sense of humour to them. I think they're made more or less by her, obviously with other people involved as well. So, well, thank you very much. I think I've got Resident Evil 2 somewhere. I think, but I will take you up on that offer if I don't. But thank you very much for letting me know. That's very kind. Yeah, there's charm to that old pixel art. There's definitely a charm to it, and I don't think that's being nostalgic as well. As I think there's certainly those ones because they're animated like feature lengths, like proper animation. They've got their own sort of charming stuff. It would be Yorkshire Gubbins is that one. I cannot recommend her games enough, and a couple of them are free as well. I think you can play like part 1 for nothing. Yeah, really good, really just fun, great, nice ideas. Oh, I've done it again. Oh, it does make a lot of noise, but it doesn't seem I'm actually, bar points, I'm not being punished for those, so I'll keep that going. I just need to get this 1 star, is that right? Where are you going, stars? Back. God damn it. Close. Very close there. Yeah. Oh, I'm doing it again. No, I don't want to waste a life though, do I? So, right, okay, we're back on track. Jurassic Park is back online. Oh, what's Thimbleweed Park? I've not seen that. That sounds really interesting. Oh, like don't start buying us games, guys. Like we've got a stack lined up, so don't worry too much. But thank you. Yeah, I do appreciate it. But yeah, don't go buying stuff. If you've got stuff kicking around, that's a different story. But we'll oh, so. What's the detective one? Sorry, am I talking about there we go, look at that. Success, first time, 10 out of 10, best in the world. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I've not played Thimbleweed Park. I've opened it in a new tab, so I'll have a look. Cool. Collect the stars to raise the bridges. All right, let's do it. Yeah, the this doesn't seem fair. Yeah, yeah, I think there's a lot to be done with that sort of point and click stuff. I really like excellent. Conker's Bad Fur Day did that, didn't they? When they re-released it, they had a censored version, much to the disappointment of some of the hardcore fans, which is understandable. I can see why you'd be annoyed that the game you love comes pre-censored when you want to hear those swearsies. That's what it was famous for. I've stacked this. Oh God. I mean, I don't think I've quite saved these people's kingdom, but we're moving along. I'll make another noise. I want another whack. There we go. We're back on track. Yeah, it's the Japanese RPGs are the ones that are really like you really see the price of. Like you'll see a like I don't know, like you'll see like Tales of Mana or something on the SNES and CEX for like loads, and so I just wonder who's got them, like who's had that sort of kicking around as well, because they weren't cheap then, and they're not what's the word, expensive. They're not, they would have been expensive back then, if that makes sense. Sorry. Right, we can't go back there. Come on. Let's bring it home. Yeah, I like Conker's Bad Fur Day is an interesting one as well. So I think point and clicky stuff. Sword and Sorcery. It's half price at the moment, I think. On most things. I genuinely think that's one of the best games I've ever played. I would easily put that in my top 10. Sword and Sorcery is an incredible game. That's reasonably cheap at the moment. And nice. Ikaruga is a fantastic game. In terms of co-streaming, we found I know you can do it, so we're going to figure out how and when as well. Might have to be a little bit further down the line, purely because of just stuff I need to get done and things. But yeah, I think me and OC want to do it where we'll play Resident Evil 2 together. Not 100% sure how that's going to work. I think one of us will play Leon's missions, one of us will play Claire. I think we'll probably have both of us on Discord, and then I'll be small on his channel and he'll be small in the corner on mine, and I think that's the way we'll do it. But yeah, we're going to play some we're going to do Res 2 co-op, which should be sort of co-op, I guess, which should be quite good fun. I think that should be a nice way of playing that game. Come on, I've wrecked this already, so we're off to a fantastic start. Come on. We'll just get rid of some loop. Come on. That way. There's a horrible way of playing it there, just tipping oil into the ocean, I think, is the narrative equivalent of what I've done there. So it does say captivating story, but I've not been given any of it. It's like Dark Souls, though, isn't it? You just get given pieces and you're expected to put it all together yourself. There's probably a wiki on Pipe Mania that's massive, which tells me who this guy is, what like Fallen Kingdom he was a ruler of before things started going weird. I know from research doing this game that there isn't a Mania wiki. Yeah, get Tomby back from your friend. Do not let your friend like make off with that. That's sacrilege to. Here we are, closed loop again. The old Richie tactic. Here we go. I have not done well on this era. So I think the idea is each thing I click on then has 3 levels. So it's a matter of solving that problem as we go along. So I need to collect these, collect the stars, they make those bits, and away we go. Come on, I need to know where that, of course it would be. Oh, don't go around again. I wonder if the end levels of this game are just impossible. I wonder if like anyone's bothered to get that far. Is there? I haven't looked at I haven't looked at playthroughs or anything else. So yeah, we'll just jump back into this. I thought easy peasy. You thought be satisfying. Were we talking about thingy earlier? Was someone talking about? Yeah, it's going to be like all over the place. Was someone talking about Tetris 99 earlier? So, Ian, did you mention that? Were you talking about? Because I like Tetris 99. I think it's of all the sort of it's got a battle royale mode now. I think Tetris 99 is a lot of fun. Have you played it? Have you done it? Have you come first? Have you made 99? It does go nuts. I've not been able to work out like tactically what am I doing with the other people. But yeah, I like it though. I do think it's a fun. It's a fun way of sort of playing Tetris, I guess. Not that Tetris isn't fun in its own right. It's a very satisfying game, Tetris. There's my path across. So do you know what? I would much prefer just to play the Bioshock hacking game where you're swapping them. I think the swapping's a lot more fun because all I'm doing is I'm just like finding space just to dump these anywhere, which isn't really the most exciting way of doing it. I think I just feel like I'm just like, there you go, get in that corner. Then I do keep on running into problems, so maybe I should bother to get good at the game. Nice. I've got a Switch, and that's sort of it. Current gen. I should keep up with it a little bit more. Really, there is a. I suppose there's an obligation to, but then most games I want to play tend to be most new games that come out tend to be smaller. That I don't need a massive console to play. So you know, I like the Switch a lot, but I've not got many of the bigger stuff on Switch either. Like I tend to. And that's not saying one's better than the other, but it's... Well, hey. The next gen, the new stuff. I have debated either buying... I wouldn't mind picking up a PS4 just to play some of the exclusives that I haven't played yet. Like I sort of casually keep up with the Uncharted series in a very... By casually, I mean like I will happily play it in a couple of years. Every couple of years I'll just drop in and grab a new one. 2DS. What a console. Ice Zone, for anyone unfamiliar with that. I think that was supposed to be a seal rather than a pipe with its legs broken. Right, what's the bet that the pipe work is going to be blue, so I can barely see it. Oh, they learnt from the last level. Been slagging this game off a bit, but I'm having a lot, so maybe I should be less harsh on it. Well, he says immediately after making. Go there. Penguin's having a hard time. Yeah, so I think Wednesday evenings we'll do some. I don't know. How's everyone doing? I wish. Imagine if we could. Are you not sure on The Last of Us 2 because of the spoilers and stuff, or what? Or are you just like not that fussed? Absolutely looking the wrong way. So I think, like I'm not gonna spoil them here because of obviously if people don't want to look at them, that's their prerogative, and we can definitely say whether that's affected you playing them or not without sort of leaking everything. Alright, yeah, that's fine. But, look after your employees then. I think, maybe. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but it sounded like the bloke was well overworked and just had enough and sort of, the equivalent of sort of, I don't know, saying you quit and kicking something over. I think it's sort of what the person's done, so I'm not going to... The evil crunch of video games should... I'm hoping that becomes a thing of the past. It seems more people are aware of it and more people don't like it anymore. So it's like... It's not what we want. No? Hope no one crunched building this. Hope no one was pulling long hours. We just want to get the littles pipe down the sluice, don't we? Not here to... No one needs to be put in horrendous work conditions for that. It was like the Rockstar one, wasn't it? There was like 2 Rockstar articles going around when the new... it's just, as far as I know, it's just a crunch thing. Apparently they were just the usual sort of like overworked. The... Bomb your way in, use bombs to remove the blocks. Okay. On my way in. Yes. Let's do it. Is he still in the chat? He was he's been making like he's been making bombs. He's been making bomb mechanics in his games. He's been doing some blowing stuff up stuff, which is very cool. It's a very cool thing to learn how to do. Yeah, no, he's been doing well. And sorry, I said doing well like in a very patronising way. Like I was genuinely impressed with what you showed me, especially in Python as well. That's above me. So, hey, penguin level weren't a challenge, was it? We smashed that. You do get a decent amount of score for keeping that flow though. So. Yeah, like so yeah. Back to the crunch. There was that when Red Dead 2 came out. There's 2 articles that seem to be going around, and no one's around here, are they? Look at this. When Red Dead 2 came out, one of the articles was like, Red Dead 2 is so realistic. You can see like horses' testicles shrink in the rain, shrink in the weather conditions. And then the other thing was like how much they like overworked their staff to do it. And it was like, yeah, I don't think like, I'm not sure about you, but I've never played a game and thought, you know what, I'd be willing to sacrifice the mental well-being of everyone that's worked on this just so I can see some horses' balls shrink in the sun, shrink in the cold. Like, I don't think anyone on with any form of like basic human empathy would be carrying that like opinion. So it seems a little bit sort of, you know, I'm not one to knock anyone's vision. If you want to do, you know, the frozen horse balls game, more power to you. I'm not going to stop you, but. Maybe prioritize a little bit on. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like. Don't get me wrong, like, you know, I understand those games appeal and they pride themselves on being realistic and blah blah blah, but like. Give it cool Ed. Oh, just absolute taking them. Right, come on, bust that. I think this might be a bad day at the office, guys. I think we might have. This penguin's livid. So, what the hell are you doing? I keep on like smashing through my stuff a little bit too much that I deserve that. I deserve that. No, I haven't seen Jack Black's doing his own stuff. I know he said he did one way. Did he just start off like playing arcade games with his kids, like proper like penny arcade stuff? Am I wrong? Am I imagining that? Have I made that up? He's an alright little lad, isn't he? Do you remember when he when like he stole his flatmate's name to teach a load of school kids some money for rent money? Do you remember that? It was a pretty wacky thing for Jack Black to do. Yeah, I've read this. Do you know what? This is a nice little puzzler. Like I have been grumping on it, but it's actually forcing me to stay on my toes a little bit more and actually reckon these like. Yeah, I'm sorry, Penguin. I'm sorry. Who's more sorry about it, mate? Me or you? It's me. Me. I know what I'm doing. It's my. Yeah. They said, didn't they? They were like, well, yeah, when you're not hardcore. He did, yeah. It's a little bit sad, that kid. Like, I imagine it's probably a sort of like famous young sort of tragedy story, actually. I think, as far as I know, I don't know the ins and outs of it. Like, it's sort of quite. It's one of those stories where, like, on paper, it sounds quite fun that the kid from School of Rock has been arrested for stealing guitars. Like, you know, that's pretty. It's pretty hardcore, isn't it? But at the same time, it's a bit like, God, there's probably wider problems there that isn't good. We're on team empathy this evening, guys. We've shown consideration for Puffins and the cast of School of Rock. We'd solve all the world's problems if we work together. Oh, weird. Oh, maybe he just nicked him. Maybe he was just like, I want him. I'll have him. I wonder, like getting caught. Like he must have just walked out with him, right? Like, God, you need a bomb. There's one. Oh. That was me whispering shit under my breath, but it's gone 9, it's watershed, it's fine. Maybe this I'm not particularly I'm trying to mind my sometimes I want to mind my own language and then I think telling people off for swearing's classist, so then I'm like, fuck you. I did call one of the spiders a Resident Evil a cunt the other day, but overall, I've been quite a good boy on this channel. I haven't been too much of a dirty potty mouth. Which I know is what you're all concerned about, really. You reckon it's like a Gonzo sequel to School of Rock? They put him up to it. It's like that Jack and Phoenix documentary, Whack and Phoenix documentary. Sorry, where he became, where he told everyone he'd like quit the acting industry, and it turned out he was making like a documentary. One of those type of scenarios where they've gone like oh God, is it The Idiots that the foreign film's too generic, but it's like a European. Film where a lot of it was filmed sort of hidden camera stuff. That will do. I'm taking it. School of Hard Dogs. Yeah, exactly. That was just a phone noise, wasn't it? That sounded like a little bit of old dial-up there. I mean, that's not one film they shouldn't remake. There's lots of films they sort of shouldn't remake. I just think, like, with most remake stuff, just make something that's inspired by it. I would rather watch something that was like inspired by the films the director loved than the actual film, you know? And it's always you always get the same right, here we go, this is what done us last time, so like you always get the same, it's always the same talk, isn't it? It's always like, oh, I love the original so much, so it's like you never hear an author do that, do you? Never hear an author go, oh, I loved Harry Potter so much I decided to rewrite it. I don't know, I love Pink Floyd The Wall so much I decided to remake it. You don't have that in any other medium except maybe art, I guess. You have people sort of revisit paintings and works and blah blah, but I'd much rather see someone do something that was like inspired by film rather than a straight remake. But it's money, it's brand recognition, kids. As long as you're going to the cinema to see, I don't know, Hotel Transylvania 3 or whatever, then they're gonna keep making it. That's wrong place. Stacked it. So I get for slagging off films that have been produced by that con artist Adam Sandler. I think one of the most narcissistic thoughts I ever have is when I say stuff where I slag off a celebrity or something in an environment where there's like a record of it. So my brain goes, you shouldn't have said that. One day one day they'll call you up on it. It's like, no one's gonna call me up on it. Fucking get to fuck, you stupid boy. I've wrecked this again. I'm saying that, there's hardly any. It's alright, mate. Sorry, man. Come on. Oh well. Because that's a record company thing, though, isn't it? Taylor Swift sort of re-recording all her old music. Was that the idea? Was she going to do it so she owned? Was it the record company owned the recordings, but she owned the songs? Like, I think more power to her for that. Like, absolutely go to. You know, I'm not Taylor Swift's biggest fan, but I think go for it, mate. Kanye's always tinkering with his own album as well, isn't he? He's like that. I can't remember. Is it the last one that's on Spotify and stuff that he keeps on messing around with it? So he keeps on sort of he'll pull stuff off it and back and blah blah blah. Might be wrong. Could very well be wrong. I think he has been. Oh, I get so used to just dumping them all in the corners, I forget that they're needed elsewhere. It's tense over here. This corner of the world. Right, that's you sorted. And we need to get over there. So if we dump these down here. Oh. Solution has presented itself. Yeah, it's definitely blowing them up. That's what is definitely slowing things down, but I think I need to think about where I'm dumping them a little bit more, so I'm sort of trying to plan sort of loosely connected paths, I think. We're laughing and learning. Yeah, it is that one, I think. Yeah, I think that's the kind of one, isn't it? It's when we got like a load of gospel singers and stuff in it as well. Ask him, he'll know. Don't ask me, he's got a Twitter. What's everyone's favourite batshit Kanye story? That's a question for the chat. What's mine is when he went all like out with the MAGA hats and stuff. Is someone put together this very good theory that thanks to this old piece of performance art. Yeah, I can't remember who it is. The person that like did that performance art where he sat with a wolf. He just sat in a room with a live wolf. What was that? There was someone put together this very good sort of theory of what he was doing was a new version of that, and they were sort of pulling everything from everywhere, and it was like, yeah, it didn't really amount to anything. It's quite fair play for someone for joining all those dots. There we go. Didn't even realise there's a little hippie guy in the corner there, and that's how much I've been concentrating on the flow. Look at this guy. Take the stars to remove the blocks. Yeah, mate, no worries. That's been sort of standard for this game now. We're sort of... Oh, this is the one that destroyed me before. So, strap in, guys, for another 10 minutes of pain. Oh, no, it's going to go round there and then up. Oh, you do this. Yeah, it's going to go round. Yeah, that's fine. Does everyone think about that sitar? A little bit of MIDI sitar in the background to let you know it's sort of vaguely hippie. Easy way of doing it, isn't it? I'm gonna make something sound like some like hippies doing it. You drop in for a little bit of chuck a sitar in there. Away you go. World's yours. They've also really sort of got a little bit. The designer making everyone look like pipes has clearly strained someone because they now they've gone from like pipes to someone with just a big head. Oh, come on. Apart from the Pipe Mania soundtrack, what's everyone watching to? Pirates 2? Nice. What's Pirates 2? I mean, Take Care, obviously, but what's... Pirates of the Caribbean 2? Or have they made a sequel to that Pirates in an Adventure with Scientists film that I did not know they did? We'll never know. They've gone now. We'll never know. Thank you for coming though. I appreciate it. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate that. It's very kind of you. It's all Davy Jones and the Locket, isn't it? The sequel one. Feel free to go aboard the shore, Mr. Turner. Next time we make port. Blah ha 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 ha. That's what he says. That's a line from that film, I think. Cool. Well, have fun. I genuinely, appreciate you coming and spending an evening watching me badly get this gloop down here. I thought it was always called ooze as well, but it's not. I thought, or like gloop or whatever, but it's not. It's officially called flues. So, there you go. That's something for the Pipe Mania wiki that we're all going to build tonight. I don't want this knowledge going to waste. We're the keepers of the key. It's like the end of Fahrenheit 451 now. Can everyone hear that? Or not hear that? You hear that? Take care. Cheers. Thanks for coming back for Abe as well. Abe should be a good one. If you can't hear that, I've been playing this level so badly for so long, the game has decided we're not going to play any more music. Come on, get that star. I need that star. Once we've got that, we can go on to the next bit. Okay, I'm not sure if it's worth trying to get another one and whether we can just go down there. Let's see. I'm sick of this level. I don't like it anymore. Oh, done it again. So I think the game gets rid of things quicker if the ooze has gone through it. It's getting rid of it a lot quicker, and if it's obviously it's been out for a while, it gets rid of it quicker, and if it's been unconnected as well. So we're learning a bit over here as well. So actually, getting it to go back on itself, even though it gives you a bonus, it's not the smartest move to make because the pipe itself is going to disappear a lot quicker, right? Does that make sense? There we go. I wonder if anyone's made a just a mod of the Bioshock game where it's just that. Maybe that's the case, and that's what I should be doing. Is see if I can do just that, because I like the way in the Bioshock one, if you press up at the top, you'll come down at the bottom, so you can use that when you're sort of tactically swapping them all along as well. So Nocturnal Stars. Here we go, guys. It's bedtime. Pirates of the Caribbean 2 at this hour. In this room. Localised entirely in your kitchen. Yep. There we go. Well, there's less juice now, so. Not really feeling mania yet, though. Quite frustration, perhaps, but not mania. Oh, here we go. What's Give Me Juice? What's that as an advert? What's Give Me Juice? You asked me to remember like an old advert, and I will just remember like talking about drinks or stuff like that. It's just Umbongo. That's it. If I try and think of an advert from way back when, my brain just immediately defaults to Umbongo, and I'll go, oh yeah, Umbongo, yeah. Are they drinking in the Congo? Don't they? Yeah. Cool. All right. That's it. That's the only one I've got in my mind. Ah. Obviously the fruit chewing gum, right? Oh, the thingy one as well. What's the? Oh no, I thought it was those fruit winders, but it's not. My brain just went to real appealable cheese. Do you remember that? It was a cheese street one, surely, right? Oh. Of course, the selling point of any food, isn't it? Is the amount of peelable it is. This is why I eat nothing but skin. I mean, that's a predictive text one. Surely that's a predictive text. Oh God. Sometimes you try, and then you. This game is a metaphor for every time I've like sabotaged something good in my life. I've just gone, nah, wrecked it. Double cheese tree, yeah. You could probably use one to sort of cut through the other if you wanted to. Cheese wire. Come on. Oh. There we go. We might be getting somewhere now. Again. Every time. Because I'm looking at the slightly wrong bit of the screen. There you go. It's everyone's favourite cheese snack. Cheese-based snack. What side were you on in the Baby Bell and Cheese String Wars of '98? Yeah, it's a bit weak of this game that the music track doesn't loop. Like, that wouldn't take... You're talking... You're not talking long, are you, with terms of getting the game to do that. That's a bit of a lazy oversight. We could just go on to double cheese. Ooh. Yeah, cheese and toast is good. Rare bit. If Rich is still in the chat, we'll have a bit of that. Not sure what else. Good cheese on toast. Worcestershire sauce. Right, what we got? A half hour. Sorry, everyone. I got a little distracted there. Yeah. No, sample them, mate. We'll put them on my lo-fi album. Let's do that one. It's the one that's rocking the most, isn't it? Let's do it. Why is this loading screen not a pipe? You think someone would... That seems a bit of an oversight, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it did. If once I complete this level and I select another zone, we'll try and get it to. We'll try and see if we can get it to sound exactly like Killing in the Name of. Now we know what we're aiming for. We'll see if we can get a. I always think. Oh, this piece of music's back though, which I like. This sounds a little bit Mania-y. Someone put the effort in with this track. This is good. Where it goes up in pitch is definitely like it's getting crazier. I appreciate those little touches. Credit where credit is due, you know? And I've done it again. What I'm not good at is planning. That's what we're seeing here, is a man that cannot plan. Oh god. This is why I'm bad at chess. This is why... Oh, are you kidding me? So it just lets that dribble out until there's... Oh, we'll fix that. We'll just leave it there. No problem. Problem solved. Oh, game. I'm not sure. I don't think it was I don't think it was a hugely popular game. It's one where I had the demo. It's a wildly original game and might be the most addicting title ever to hit the PlayStation. I mean, you know, we're not sure if we're quite there, but we're doing all right. It is good fun. It is good fun. I do think that I know I keep on going on about it, but I do think the Bioshock hacking stuff actually does a lot of things in this better with a few different things. Like, there's something fun about as annoying as it is, there's nice discovery in finding an object you didn't want underneath it. So there's more fun in revealing the tiles. Well, you know, I understand this is doing stuff to add variety to the game, blah, 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 and all of that is good and positive, but I do feel that there's perhaps a little bit where you're... Alright, okay, come on. You want a little bit more... It's just the idea of swapping out the pieces you want. I'm not saying one's better than the other, but it's a little bit more It's sort of appealing to my head in a more interesting way, I think. Come on. We'll take that. Do need to get across, don't we? This has got a bit tough over here. Right, I need a way out of here. That way is going to come in the form of that and that. And then that's got us going ahead a little bit. So there we are. So that's, what's everyone else saying on Amazon about it? Are they saying that this game is the greatest game ever made? Are they saying this game is just waiting for 20 years' time? Oh, what? So I need to solve a puzzle as well. Oh. Oh. No. That's it, I've wrecked it, guys. Got too excited. So I need to hit the right stars. 3 gates, open all the way. Open all the gates to reach the plug hole. So what is it asking me to do then? So is it asking me to go across? Just take them all out? Is that what the pipe? I mean, we all know that when the piper plays the tune, we've got to dance. Let's go. I mean, we are finding that. I did get it very cheap, and it is getting hard, so I will... Right, that's the pathway we will... No. So that's the first star. We've hit that first star, and it's flicked that to get open. And then we're going across. Is the problem last time that I didn't hit them in order? Is that what I did wrong? Let me know if you can see the solution. So that's... Yes, I've hit that again, that star. Okay, I think that's where I cocked up last time. I think you need to actually pay attention to what you're doing. Who'd have thought? Yeah, because that turns that one. Let's see what this third one does now. I know escape. I'm not just going to sit there. I mean, I think that's probably accurate. I think we're... This is quite relaxing. Right. Let's see what these do when it passes through here. I am sort of sacrificing this turn just to figure out what the... Oh, again. Every time. I think I've put the wrong piece in the wrong area, so I think I'm doing it in a way that's going to send it back round. And then I look what I've actually done, and that is not what I've done. Right, we can't afford to lose any more of that, so we'll put that there for now. And then we need to go... I wonder if there's a limit to how many pieces they can have as objects on the screen as well. That might explain why some of them are being erased. Perspective. I think the old GTA used to do that. If you'd put the oh, there we go. So we do need to hit them all, but 1, 2, 3, and then go along. Right, let's just see if by hook or crook we can get to the end of this level. So if we have, then we get the... Oh, look at the game taking pity on me there. Look at that. That's quite interesting, though. That's an interesting bit of programming that it realised I'd sort of done everything and it just needed those pieces, if you saw that. That weren't the game being rough on me there. That was... it was definitely taking a stance. Tic-tac-toe, what's it on about? What's tic-tac-toe, people? What does it wanted me to do? We'll find out. We'll just cruise into all these stars and see what happens. Okay, right, I'm with you. Is that what they call noughts and crosses in America? Tic-tac-toe? Let's see what it does then. Get another one here. We've learned a lot this evening. We've learned about what's happening in Coronation Street. We've learned about our favourite game shows. We've learned about laser tag and... Ah, okay. We've learned that some of this music sounds like Rage Against the Machine. We've done well here, guys. Okay, so I'm playing tic-tac-toe with the creature, I guess, or the... I don't know. Trying to figure out what I've done. I mean, I've wrecked it, haven't I? Right, sorry, I have figured it out. You're right. It's noughts and crosses, but it's with that bloke over there. This is a nice little puzzle, though. I've wrecked it, but... Yeah, we've done... Yeah, there's a nice little, it's a nice idea. I do need to actually do my bit. Yeah, I think right, we're gonna have to just keep going. But that's cool. That's a nice way of... I like the way it's using this mechanic differently. I think that is a fun idea. It's nice to see that being... Yeah, getting you to use the pipes in a different way. Didn't tell me there was 2 games in this. Cheers. Thank you very much for helping me figure out what was going on as well. I would have just sat here all night just moaning at it. Oh. I don't know what happened there. There you go. Was also look, it says Pipe Mania 3D Empire Interactive. So there you go. Not bad, is it? Yeah. So he's competing with you. So you need to direct your pipe not just into the thing, but you need to do. What one was it? There you go. That's the rage back. Now you do what they told you. 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 There you go. Right. So we'll do the jungle zone. And I think we have. I think if that's right, yeah. Let's do this last thing as this will be the last zone, and then we'll call it, and we'll see if we can beat that a bloke in the top right. So first, we need to do all the gates, which we have figured out is just straight across. Should have made use of that. So I think once we go through here, then it's all that opening across. So we're. How's everyone else's evening's been anyway? What was everyone up to before we popped along? Ian, you had a good pie. How was everyone else? It's not worked again though, has it? It's not. It's done that weird. Yeah, I think maybe this game gets hard because it's not that it's getting you to do stuff that you can't do, or it's not really challenging. I suppose it is, but it doesn't feel like I'm getting better at the game. It feels like it just awkwardly wants me to do other stuff with the pipes, if that makes sense. So instead of just being like, getting good at doing this against a time limit or more sort of obstacles, it's getting you to do really weird things with it, which I think it's quite an interesting idea, even if it is feeling a little bit frustrating. I think it's quite a creative way of doing it. Right, let's watch these pipes so we can deviate one if that's this bad boy at the end does. Right, so then we just need this little one turned here, right? And then just get out of the way of. We absolutely thumbed it through last time, didn't we? So I think that's what we're going to do again.
Oh, yeah.
This is doing my mind in. I've got a little bit like. Run this round here. Right, so that one ticks that one, so that one's up. So it's just this far one over here then, right? That's the... There's a bit in the, not Metal Gear Solid, but the first Metal Gear game where there's a door puzzle where it's asking you to flick doors in a certain order, and I just absolutely did it with brute force, and I'm sort of having flashbacks to me feeling like maybe I should have learnt that puzzle, because that's what I'm facing with now, isn't it? Right, finally. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh.
I mean, we can do it. I believe in this. For our collective. It's shut again. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. Harsh world. There we go. Well, I hope everyone's having a better evening than the people of Pipe Mania, where they have to deal with this horrendous ooze and me as their sole hero. Is that the solution? Do I go round that one? See what it does. We need to go. Yes. Right. Okay. We learned. We did it. I'm say that I still need to get it to the end. Doesn't mean I don't have a whole many lives. What's that link that we've been sent there? What have you linked us to? Is it the solution to this puzzle? What is that? Can I? Oh, someone made this in Pico 8. That's amazing. Oh, that's incredible. I should. Do you know what? I'll keep that link open. Maybe I'll stream a load of Pico 8 games because there's a load of cool stuff that people have done. I really like it. Have you messed around with it? Like I've not made anything in it, but I think it's I just think it's an awesome idea. I really like the type of stuff people have done in it. The way music's composed in it is great. I think it's like not an easy, but it's a version of how they would program games of old in a way I can sort of understand, if that makes sense. Right, let's do the old trick everybody knows in tic-tac-toe or whatever. Yeah, maybe don't make me play a game of tic-tac-toe with you, mate, then, if that's what you need for you to save your... Right, that should at least give us an option to win the end of this level. I'm going to have to do some serious moving. But if we now go to the top corner, should be able to then dive in and take one of those other ones shortly. This is a tough, this is tricky in a way I did not expect this game to be tricky, if that makes sense. Like, it's getting me to do... a lot, but that's cool. I'm happy with it. We're on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, we'll. I don't even know if we will be able to get to the end of this. This has been quite the wild ride. I always seem to time these streams well. I always seem to give me like a this is like a one thing we must do before the end. It's not for. I would say it's, you know, my natural talents as a performer to create some exciting tension before the end as we build to a finale, but it's not. It's my sheer incompetence at these games that's doing it. Come on. Oh! Excellent. I have seen Wireframe. I've not used too much of it. I've read a couple that have been sort of kicking around, but amazing. I've seen, yeah, some people have done some absolutely incredible stuff with the Raspberry Pis as well. I like have you seen what are they called? So like so that wasn't the last level of that bit. So what's the photos people print out? The Polaroid photos, where people do that with the Raspberry Pi. With people do that with a. I've seen people do Polaroids with that with the Game Boy Color, the old Game Boy Color camera on it, which is cool, and then it prints out on a till receipt. It's a good idea, isn't it? It's cool. Right, so we definitely needed to hit that one. That was a definite hit that. Well done, you. You are winning the game button. This one will do what? Right, that one can go to hell. Not need that negativity in my life. Indeed. Is it just that one? That one and his buddy? Oh. Let's see what this one does. Again. Yeah, I've seen some colleges and stuff that have I've seen stuff where people will do it. A few colleges where they just have Raspberry Pis kicking around. I know certainly Colchester does, but I think a couple of libraries do it. You can get BBC Micros for free, which people can do. Have done similar sort of cool stuff with it, sort of like music projects, or you can do like adaptive controllers with them and things like that. So that's might be something to look at. Just a neat. I think it's a neat thing. I think it's cool. That stuff. I wish I understood it better, really. But I'm at the point where, like, I know it's not magic, and that's about my understanding of it. Like, oh, okay. So you're telling me a wizard didn't do it? Okay, cool. I get it. Right, that's computing. Shameful. Shameful. Nice. I will. I'm just like opening these links in new tabs with the idea of looking at them later. So we need to get through here. And then we'll wait. That's all right. Don't apologise. That's fine. Yeah, no, I'll take a look. I appreciate you sharing. Because they were. Am I right that the Raspberry Pis were originally developed as sort of computers, a cheap way of producing computers for poorer countries? Is that right? They were developed as a sort of project thing for that, and then obviously the world is full of homebrewers who then sort of started doing all kinds of other sort of weirder stuff with it. Is that correct? Is that the origin of the pie? Might be wrong. Yeah. No, they're... I think the Raspberry Pi 3 you can use for like emulator stuff as well, can't you? I've seen a few where with the right sort of gear in it, you can use it to sort of run sort of old games and things like that reasonably easy. I think you can... The souped up ones you can use for the PlayStation. I think you can get them as far up to... yeah, that makes sense. That's a good way of doing it, I suppose. Yeah, because it's a hard, cheap unit. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, excellent. Have you got one? Have you messed around with one? That's not the one I wanted. And I'm just brute forcing my way through this possibility yet again. Come on. Well, one more. We need one more somewhere. You. I mean, what I should probably do is just take notes somewhere. Like Resident Evil, I was doing actual sort of like, I've sat down, I'm making a note, I'm thinking, I'm doing my like thing properly. This, I am just charging the slime around like nobody's business, trying to... You hacked the SNES Mini? Naughty boy. Was it quite easy to do, the SNES Mini? Was it quite an easy... Yeah, I think N64 is notoriously quite a tricky one, isn't it? I like the SNES Mini feels quite nice. I do think it's a little bit... The controllers and stuff feel good, but I don't know. I'd like... There's a few more... I wouldn't mind a couple more games on it, but I suppose that's the... No, don't like... don't apologise for that, mate. That's fine. That's cool. I like, yeah, all of that stuff I think is interesting. I like the... Yeah, I wouldn't mind... Because the PlayStation one they did, I would have just liked it if it had one DualShock controllers and two, just some slightly better games. I think like there's some good stuff on there, but overall it wasn't. I don't think it was quite the cream of the crop of PlayStation. Like there was a lot of good stuff on there, and everyone's top 20 is always going to be a little bit different. But I think, yeah, I could have done with a few more. few more of those gems. That's cool. It's cool that he uses that interface though. I like that. That sounds decent. The NES Mini I think was good. So Will Stone's been playing with the Sega one. Seems to be having quite a lot of fun with it. I can't say I've. I think it's this one, isn't it? This is the one I actually need to hit. This one down here. Yeah, I can't say I've actually used the SNES Mini, the Sega one, but it seems alright. Seems fine. I think this might be the end of. We did well with that other puzzle though. We did play tic-tac-toe. We did beat it, so I'm glad we got that. We have made some good progress here. I might play Dust Force next time I do this like laid back thing though. Dust Force is great. It's another game I've only ever played the demo of, so there you go. I'll say game over. And I will say take care. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for coming, hanging out, watching, playing games with us, giving us tips and sharing us loads of interesting stuff as well. I've got like a stack of tabs here that what I'm going to do is I'm not going to shut my laptop down. And then when I open it tomorrow, I'll be like, there we go. No, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Next Wednesday is Penguin Zoo Adventure with... Rob Saunders and Charmian Hughes, who have both done Our Night Before. And then Augustina Diaz and Richie Brown as well, who are both incredible. So hop along for that. That will be next Wednesday we'll be doing making character stuff at 7:30, but it will really start at 8. So if you're up for that, pop along. That's the way to do it, mate. That's smart. Yeah, so with that in mind, take care, look after yourselves, and I will see you all soon. Take care. Bye.